Hello, I'm still in my pajamas because I just woke up, but I thought of a video idea, so I'm gonna make it now. These are some irrational fears that I had as a kid, and I feel like everyone has stuff like this, but these are mine. So first of all, I was really afraid of t-shirts. You would never see me in a t-shirt. Tank tops with cheetah print on it, all the time. I would never wear a t-shirt. I thought that they made me look fat. I thought that they were too tight on me. I guess I was wearing the wrong size, and I would only wear them to bed. But if anyone like stopped by the house, I was like, I gotta change out of this t-shirt, and now I'm wearing t-shirts all the time. Like, also, these irrational fears are more from like elementary school, you know. So if that clears things up. My second irrational fear was lice, which makes sense as a public school kid. I never got it, but one of my friends got it in middle school, and I was like, oh my god, that's like my worst nightmare. And I was always just terrified of having it. And I had really, really long hair, like most of my life. So I was like, they're gonna make me chop off my hair. I'm gonna have to go bald. I clearly never did, but that's a real fear. I feel like that's a normal one. A lot of people have that. But my next fear is ponytails. And this one is actually fair for me because I always heard stories of like kids chopping off other kids' ponytails when they're sitting behind them in class. And also, I looked terrible. I looked terrible with a ponytail on. Now I have more confidence and I figured out kind of how to do it better. I would just like put it up and just do that, and you kind of have to smooth it out, I guess. You could never catch me in one. I would always have my hair down, never brushed, but I would always have it down. In fact, one time I actually was the aggressor in a situation that had to do with a ponytail. I'm so sorry, don't judge me for this, but one time I had like one or two friends in elementary school, in old elementary school, and this girl sat down next to my friend, and I was like, excuse me, that's my spot at the lunch table. We didn't have assigned seats, but she was sitting next to my friend, and she wouldn't get up. And I feel bad. Like, I saw her again when we went to high school, but this was like third, fourth grade. I don't know. Fourth grade was my most aggressive year. I pulled her ponytail really hard, and I did get in trouble. I did go to the principal's office multiple times in elementary school. I was kind of bad. Okay, this next fear is so important to me because I still think about it to this day. I constantly thought about this fear. I had this fear that Freaky Friday would happen to me, but not with my mom. Well, sure, with my mom, that was one of them, but more importantly, with another person in my class, that we would wake up and be each other, especially my crush. I thought that, because I think there was a story out at the time that like they were neighbors and they switched lives and they fell in love or something like that. I don't know. I was like, if this happens to me, I'm so scared. They won't know how to live my life because there are so many strict rules that I have to like follow to be the person that I am. You know, I didn't want them to like mess up. I didn't want my mom to know that we had switched bodies. And then it was a whole other fear going into their life and having to figure out like waking up and being in a different house. I was like, I would need to call my mom, but I don't know her number, you know? So that's a very I'd say legitimate fear, but still kind of irrational. I also had this other fear based off of an experience that I had in like second grade. Basically, I went to the zoo with my mom on a field trip. She was one of the what are they called? The parents that go with you, chaperones. She was one of the chaperones, and I brought my rolling backpack that said my name on it, and because it's a field trip and I was going with my entire class and my crush was in the class, I thought we are going to run away together on this field trip. And so I brought all of my belongings. I brought my entire piggy bank's worth of money. I brought my diary, of course, so I could read it to him and tell him my true feelings. I brought makeup. I brought things that my grandparents had given me, like seashells and important like a lot of like ballerina type stuff. I don't know. Everything that was important to me in my room, I brought with me in this backpack. And so we go, and my mom puts down the backpack somewhere, and then we get on the bus to go home, and I'm like, Mom, where's my backpack? And she's like, So I never saw it again. And my diary was in there. So I had this thought that maybe my crush actually took my backpack and read my entire diary, and now he knew everything. But yeah, so that I was afraid of field trips after that, because I thought that all of my stuff would always go missing on field trips. Those are my irrational fears that I had as a kid. That kind of stuck with me for a long time. But do you have any irrational fears? Please comment below. Please, I know I'm not like an influencer, but I do want to know if anyone else has like some weird irrational fears, because I don't know. I think they're kind of interesting, and they kind of like explain who you are. You know? I don't know, but hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, I guess. Thank you.